writing assignment. So we've been talking about organization, and we've been talking about using labels. We're going to combine those two things today and do them together. Emma, you look a little stressed out. Do you think it's going to be hard?
No, it's not.
No. It'll be okay. I promise. So the first thing we're going to take a look at, this is actually a song, and it sounds like Pop Goes the Weasel. Have you heard that song before? It ends with Pop Goes the Weasel, right? All right. Well, I'm just going to read it to you. So it says, a good beginning, middle, and end help to shape your writing. Placing details where they make sense. Pop, it's inviting. So think about that right there. If we don't have things in order, it doesn't make sense to our brain. Could you imagine if I was telling you a story about how I got ready to come to school this morning, and I started with driving in my car and then brushing my teeth? Your brain would immediately go, wait a second, you were just in your car. How are you brushing your teeth now, right? That wouldn't make sense. I wouldn't brush my teeth after I left my house. So making sure that we have those details where they make sense in our story is really important. That's part of organization. The next part says, you started off with something fine. Next comes something exciting. Your perfect ending wraps it all up. Bam! Now you're writing. So again, we have to think about what's going to happen at the end. We're talking about this beginning, middle, then end, putting everything in the right order so that it makes sense to the person who's reading it. So I'm going to move on to the next slide, and I'm going to need your help here. I have some ice cubes over here, and they're all mixed up and out of order. We see first up here a puddle. Then we see some ice cubes that look like maybe they just came out of the freezer. And then we see some ice cubes with a little puddle. Which one, if I was going to tell a story about these ice cubes, which one do you think would go first?
The ice cube.
Yeah, the one that's just the ice cube. So I'm going to grab that one and move it here to the beginning. Okay. Then what would come in the middle? Would it be the giant puddle, or would it be the ice cube with a little water under it?
Water.
Yeah, the one with just a little water under it, because this last one, the ice cubes were all gone, right? That couldn't happen in the middle. So now we're going to work together to just put some thoughts down. What do we think is happening? If we were going to tell a story about these ice cubes, what could happen at the very beginning?
Force the outer cube and then the ice cube.
Okay. So we could say first maybe they were dropped or they fell. Let's spell that word fell. Ready? L. What's that first sound we hear? F. E. And the last sound is O. L. Okay? In your brain, if you're picturing these ice cubes, where are they now? We know they fell.
They're on the floor.
Oh, that you think they're on the floor? Let's spell that word. Floor. Or. What's that first sound? F. O. L. O. Oh, yeah. Er.
R.
So our first thought at the beginning of our story is that they fell to the floor, okay? You could, we're not going to do it right now, but you could use these
Water.
to write a sentence, right?
Water.
Yeah. So
Water.
the second, see, you're right. The second part in the middle, we're going to say, what's happening here? We see water. We can spell that word. Let's spell water. Er. What's that first sound?
Water.
W.
W.
White, Mama.
O.
T.
T. R.
R.
R. So we see water. What's it called when the ice starts to turn to water? What's that word? Nice job writing, Lexi.
Melting.
It's called melting, yeah. Let's just say melts. Let's spell that word. Like egg. E. O. L. T. S. Okay. So it melts to water, right? That's our middle part. We could make that into another whole sentence. And then at the end,
Water.
now just water. What did we call it earlier?
Melt.
What did we call it earlier? One of you guys said it. Now it's a puddle. Yeah, puddle was the word you guys used earlier. Puddle. What sound do we hear? E. Like umbrella. What letter is that? U. D. D. O. L. So you guys just told a story right there using labels. The ice fell to the floor. It started to melt into water. And now, Seth, pay attention. And now it's a puddle. We can take those labels that you just added to the beginning of the sentence, and we can now change them into sentences. Okay? So let's take what we have on this first one and make our first sentence. The ice fell to the, and let's make one more box, and we'll say floor. The ice fell to the floor. So let's start with that first word, the. Let's spell it together. T-H-E. Go ahead and write that on your board. So we have the. Our next one is going to be the word ice. Ice. Okay, let's spell ice. Ice. I. S, yeah. And remember, we're using kindergarten spelling because we don't know all those big grown-up spelling rules yet. It's okay if our words don't look exactly like they would if a grown-up was writing them, because are you a grown-up yet? No, you're not yet, and that's okay. Okay, it's okay to write in kindergarten using your sounds that you know. The ice melts. Melts. We already spelled it once, right? We already spelled it right up here. We don't need to redo it. You've already done the work, so let's just use it. Melts. The ice melts. And our next word was on. On. What sounds do we hear? What letter?
Oh.
Oh. What letter is that? N. Yes, I see you writing it. There we go. The ice melts on the. We've already spelled the once. Let's just use it again. The.
I read it already.
Oh, good. And then our last word is the word floor. And remember, we spelled floor up here. Floor. And then what do we need to end our sentence? Period, right? Okay, the ice melts on the floor. Now, on your own, I would like for you to write a sentence that is about the end. What else could you say? The ice melts on the floor. Nice, Lexi. Can you make a new sentence, another one? Just keep that one there. I see you guys working already, getting started. What else could we say there?
The ice melts on the floor.
Yep, we have the ice melts on the floor, but we need another sentence. I want to see if you can write one. What do you think you could put something about? It is a puddle. You could say it is warm because it's not going to be cold anymore, is it? If it's melted, it's not going to be cold. That's just some ideas, but really you can write anything that you want that would be another sentence for the end.
Hey, Mrs. Banks.
Yes.
How do we spell is?
Is. It's actually one of our review words. Is. I-S. Is.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys are working so hard. I'm going to give you just another couple of minutes, and then we're going to share a couple of them before we have to go.
Yeah, this is 141.
Very good. It is cold, Sirat. That looks wonderful. Yay! Let's see, Emma. It gets hot. Yes. Nice, Emma. Very good. Anybody else have one that they want to share with me or show me? Yay. How's it going, Brady?
Mrs. Banks.
Yeah. What you need, Lexi?
How do we spell floor?
Well, remember, floor is one that we spelled earlier. So look up here on the screen. This is what the sounds we use to spell floor. Right up here. Are you ready, Tag? Very nice.
Hello.
That looks great.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
You.
Seth, are you there, bud? There you are.
Yeah.
You guys are your screens are going dark on my side and then you're popping back on. So I can't tell if it's, there it is. Hi, Lexi, that looks great. Very good. All right, friends, you did a great job writing today.